3 things for housekeeping. 1, my hair looks like shit, but this is a strategic move because right before I dye my hair, I leave it to get just desperate to be drenched in any sort of liquid, so it just sucks it up really quickly. This is a very strategic move. It's very greasy, purposefully so. Second of all, I have to take off my engagement ring, but I'm still engaged. I just don't want it to get hurt with all of the dyeing that's gonna be happening. And the third thing, ignore my chin pimple. Don't be fucking rude. Hi, second channel. Today I'm going to be dyeing my hair and answering questions that you left for me on my Instagram story. We're gonna get back to our roots with a pink. The thing is, I love doing natural colors for a little bit, and then I just look at myself and I get so bored. So bored. So we're going back to, I think like reds and pinks are kind of my thing. I have green hair dye that's just sitting there, and I've never built up the nerve. And my family would roast the shit out of me. They'd be like, even you can't pull off a blah, 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 blah. But I know I could. Oh, it's getting everywhere. With every fart noise, it goes everywhere. I really hope this is enough. Gotta move back, because this farting thing is bullshit. Stop doing that! You're being a lot. And you're squirting everywhere. You're getting close to my engagement ring. I swear to fucking God. Different brand, different color. But I don't want any of the fucking blonde. So we're just gonna, do both. No! Okay, let's get to some of your questions. This is why I usually do it in the bathroom, because the hair dye on the floor, oh, it's getting me stressed. What's your definition of a perfect wedding? Me and Ben were talking about it, and honestly, our main priority is food. The food has to slap. We also are already compiling a playlist of songs we want. A lot of stuff from Deer Hunter. How long have Ben and I been together? 7 years. We got together at the beginning of college, and everyone was making fun of us. They were like, this is a small class. If this does not work out, you guys are stuck with each other for the next 4 years. Little did they know. A lot longer than 4 years, bitch! Any thoughts on Alpha Pig not being in the new Super Y series? First of all, it's wild that there's a new Super Y series. And there's a little bit of delusion in my brain that was like, was this semi in part due to, obviously not, animation takes time. I didn't even realize Alpha Pig wasn't in there. Why? My glasses fogged up. I got so fucking heated. I guess they realized that his power really isn't shit. But it is weird. I'm gonna do a little bit more research. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. What's your favorite thing about content creation and doing things no one else has? I just love being in charge of every aspect of it. I think that creatively, I'm a bit of a control freak, and I like that what I put out is 1,000% me. I went to acting school, and I found myself, more often than not, I would be handed a script, and I just wouldn't be feeling it. So I kind of came to the natural conclusion, I think I need to write the script too. I think that if I'm going to be an entertainer, I want to work every single aspect of entertainment. Singing, acting, script writing, camera work, even though, my camera work is nothing special. Editing. I just love it. I can't even imagine myself doing anything else. Even before YouTube existed, I was grabbing the family camera and recording myself. Those people that are like, I was born in the wrong generation, it could not be me, can't relate. I love being a YouTuber. And in terms of doing things no one else does, well, thank you for saying that. I try to be as original as possible whilst also, commentating on pre-existing franchises, TV shows, movies, blah, 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 blah. It took a while for me to find my niche. When I started YouTube, the mere idea of a niche pissed me the fuck off more than you would ever think, because I couldn't figure it out. I had to stumble into it naturally. And what happened was, I tell the story all the time, I got all these clips recommended to me for Word Girl, and I was like, I don't want to watch this whole series. I wonder if somebody talked about this, and no one did. So I'm like, I guess I will be the person to watch the whole series and talk about it. Because these kid shows are so creative and so elaborate and so genuinely funny in a way that I think a wider audience can appreciate. Will you have a wedding registry so we can send you gifts? I didn't even think about that, and that's so nice. Maybe? I have to think about it, but that's really sweet of you to even suggest. Thank you so much for that. Which lore video was your favorite one to make? You're one of my top 3 YouTubers, by the way. You're the best. Thank you so much, Twisted Honeycomb. I really appreciate it. I enjoy making all of them, but the one that always sticks out to me is Special Agent Oso, because that's when I first started getting into it, and I wasn't sure what this series would be, because Word Girl actually had a story, and I had the idea of Special Agent Oso. I'm like, how obscure can we get? And that gave me so much freedom. I was like, yeah, I can do this fuck shit. I can just be as silly as I want to be. It was eye-opening, it was mind-blowing, and it really set the stage for what the lore series became. What made you want to start ranking cartoon characters? The ranking thing series. That one was less calculated than the lore series. That one, I think its success is in part success. For me, I consider it to be, not to be big-headed or anything, but I think really what it is I'll just share my opinions on anything, even if I'm wildly misinformed. The Tony Stark stans want my head on a freaking stake. They're like, the whole point is his character development. I watched one Iron Man movie. I don't know. I just say things. So, what made me want to start ranking them? I love sharing opinions. Even opinions I have, again, no right having. People are like, you didn't even watch the show. Why are you judging this character? Because I can. And it's not that serious. I love unserious shit. As much as I want to use my platform for good, eventually I'm gonna do live streams, do charity events. At the end of the day, I want people to come to the Athena P YouTube channel for a laugh, for a goofy haha. I want to keep it as light as possible. Which leads me to, what's a show you've heard about but you think it wouldn't fit your style at all so you haven't watched it? This is the perfect question because I got a handful of requests to cover, and no hate to anybody who sent this to me, but Moral Oral, and I'm like, fuck no. Let me think about... No! It's a very serious, dark, and depressing series. It doesn't fit the vibe. Honestly, my edgiest shows that I cover are gonna be on Camp or Cringe, and that's more along the lines of faking it and awkward, where it's it can get kind of dark, but it's in such an over-the-top way. I don't want to cover anything that's sincerely upsetting. I watched BoJack Horseman. I love BoJack Horseman. That's not my realm of expertise. And also, it doesn't help that it's also a very popular series, so everything that could be said about the show has been said. So yeah, that's my answer to that. Favorite musical? Ooh. I have a soft spot for Hamilton, because it really, I like how it changed the genre a bit and inspired my goofy little parody character. I love Six. I love Fiddler on the Roof. I played Golda in Fiddler on the Roof in high school. I love Spelling Bee. Played Rona in Spelling Bee. That was a fun time. I thought of more off camera. Which lore video was the most frustrating or tedious to make? So, there's two different ways I can answer this. Because Sophia the First definitely had the most information, and it was a lot. Right now I'm working on Team Umizoomi, so I guess the frustration is very fresh in my brain. But it's not frustrating because there's a lot of information. It's frustrating because when you cover such a goofy show, such a non-linear, kind of episodic, formulaic, you're grasping at more straws. It's more along the lines of Higglytown Hero Special Agent Oso in that I'm making lore out of nothing. It's all very silly, which the final result, I think it ends up being funnier, but it's definitely writing the script. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I just dyed my hair recently too. What color? Also, who is your favorite My Little Pony Friendship is Magic character? When I was younger, it was Fluttershy. The moment she did the "You're going to love me," screaming at the animals. I love a character that's usually so timid but can just snap in an instant. But now I think my favorite character is probably Discord. Am I ever going to make another Word Girl video? Love your videos, by the way. Thank you so much, Cassandra. I don't know. I've been sprinkling a little bit of Word Girl here and there in my ranking things videos, so I thought that might be the extent of it. I know in my lore video I kind of teased making an iceberg, but I don't think that's the format for me. It's very tedious, and I feel like my favorite thing about making lore videos is that a lot of my personality comes out in it. I know this sounds big-headed. I keep being like, me, my channel, my personality. But it's true. I feel like iceberg videos can be a little bit more just presenting the facts. Oh, this is what this part of the iceberg means. This is what this part. And there's also so many iceberg channels that it's it's already covered. So if you guys have any suggestions of another Word Girl video I could do, I'm not closed off to the idea. I just don't know what else I could do outside of ranking things for that. I'm thinking of maybe going back to my lore videos that I didn't do songs for and making songs for them now and adding them onto whatever albums I'm going to release on Spotify. I love doing comedy music. I'm also, this isn't even a question, it's just I'm excited to share. I'm working on some serious music too on the side. That's going to be a lot later down the line, but I have a really fun idea for an album. And it's going to be so funny when I release my serious shit alongside the comedy music I've been doing, because oh my god, the range. I haven't seen Fiona and Cake yet, but I keep seeing clips and it looks fucking wild. It looks so much fun. Who is this man? What was your bi awakening? You know what's funny? I went to a pride event with my friend as the ally, and then I just started remembering all these things that have happened throughout my childhood, throughout my teenage years, and I've questioned before that, but I just kind of kept brushing it aside. Oh, if I am, I'm not enough to justify calling myself it, but I might be, but I think I am, but not enough, but no. And you have a boyfriend now? Shut up. Attention seeking bitch. Literally, I had all these really guilty thoughts, and it was funny. I was at the pride event and I saw all the flags and all the bracelets, and I kept being oh, I should get that one, just pointing to bi flag stuff, and I was like, why am I saying that? I'm not, am I? Wait, I've been thinking about this. No, I haven't. Yes, I have. And then I was dramatically crying on the beach, a little bit buzzed. And my friend's like, yeah, no, that checks out, you're fine. It's okay. And yeah, woohoo. I mean, it wasn't that easy. I still had a lot of kind of guilty thoughts about it, and I just started realizing more about myself, and it's you know what? This is for me. This isn't for anybody else. I don't have anything to prove. And for the longest time, I had so much guilt because I was I'm in a privileged position because I am in a heterosexual couple. This was before then discovered gender identity, but I felt so fucking guilty. And I mean, we're still straight presenting, and then I was wait a second. It's not I'm gonna go up to gay couples and be I'm just as gay. It's not a contest. It's okay. It's literally okay. So that's how I discovered it. I just had to let go of all this internalized guilt and shame. A lot of shame. A lot of weird religious shit with me too. And now I just don't think about it. What do I believe? Fuck if I know. You know what I mean? All right, we got 3 here. What's my favorite color? I love hot pink. I also love emerald green. And it's funny because if you look at my engagement ring, not that that's emerald, but it has aspects of both of my favorite colors. Very thoughtful. I wasn't expecting this. This is really cool. Second, favorite Clone High character. I feel basic for saying this, but JFK. I just think he's so funny. From the new cast, I love Frida Kahlo. I love Leo and Frida. Oh my god. I just wish that the theme song didn't spoil that for all of us. Them literally reaching for each other. And these two, damn it. Favorite makeup look as of now. Ooh, that's a good question. I really ooh, you know what? Let me just peek at my channel. I really loved the flat Stanley eyeshadow with the electric pink eyeliner. I'm very impressed with the MTV logo in the awkward video. Sometimes I surprise myself. I like the use of, in the teen tabloids video, I put temporary tattoos on my face. And sometimes I'll get mean comments that's what are these scribbles on your face? Not every makeup look I think is perfect. Very rarely do I think any of my makeup looks are perfect. It's just for the theme. Silly, goofy. Haha, you got it. Am I gonna do another ship video? Yes. What was your childhood cartoon crush? I had a crush on Kowalski. It was his voice and his personality. He literally looks like a penguin. I know, okay? Children are fucking weird. I had a crush on this kid from Meet the Robinsons. I really liked, snarky and smart. But I was never really into bad boys. How does it feel to be the #1 silly guy of YouTube? I'm honored. Thank you so much, Trolley Tracks. The thing is, I'm gonna get a little real right now. I love being silly. I just feel some people write off the lore videos. I feel it pops up on people's recommended, and they're what is this shit? You just gotta go into it and be I'm gonna go on a wild ride. You know what I mean? It's not I feel it's so unlike other commentary channels that will talk more about viral TikToks, or here's this weird thing that I bought, or this or that. And I hope that there's so many big channels that I look up to. I hope they're not writing me off for just how silly I get. We're all internet clowns. Let's be real. Let's be real. What's the biggest lesson I've learned from my journey on YouTube? It's about drive. It is about power. I'm gonna stay hungry. It's true. And I'm gonna devour. Put in the work, put in the hours, and take what's ours. But it's true though. I had so many points in me making YouTube videos where people from my real life would look at me and be what are you doing? First of all, I found it fun. Second of all, I did strive to make it a career one day because I love entertaining and I love the freedom of the online format. So I didn't give up. And so many people were telling me to give up. So many people were you are putting way too many hours into this. And I'm glad I didn't give up. I'm really, really glad I didn't give up. I saw the vision. I believed in myself. Not that, again, I have the most successful channel, but people in my real life are starting to take me a bit more seriously. They're like, it's silly, we don't understand what you do, but you're making like part-time salary on it. And I'm like, damn right. Do I also work like over 40-hour weeks? You bet your fucking ass, but that's what you gotta do. You gotta just keep going. Cats or dogs? Both. For the longest time, I was so aggressively a dog person. I was like, cats don't love. Oh, they don't even care about you. I have 3 cats now, and they are the sweetest little angels. And yeah, do they run away from me sometimes? Yeah. When my dog never would do that, actually she does too. Maybe I'm just a lot. But I love them. I love them all so much. Yeah, I can't choose. Please do a video on the Rugrats Wild Thornberry crossover movie. I think that's going to be included in my next ranking Nickelodeon movies, because I do really go in depth about the movies within. I remember seeing it, I think in theaters, and they had that like scratch and sniff sheet. That's so fucking cool. Why aren't more movies utilizing different senses? Yeah. I feel really passionately about it, actually. Would you ever do children's video games lore like those educational computer games? I don't know about educational computer games, but I have a huge Toontown video planned for 2024. I'm very passionate about Toontown. What does success look like for you and your career? That's an excellent question. I like seeing, how do I put it? More people getting enthusiastic about what I do. I look at the comments. I look at like Instagram responses. I look at my second channel. I know that there's 2 groups of people that watch my videos. The outer circle is like people that are only here really for like 1 or 2 series and will like kind of skip the rest. Like, oh, book reports, I don't really care about that. Camper Cringe, I don't really care about that yet. The keyword is yet, because I wanna try and get everyone into all of my series. That's the plan. My outer circle is those people. Inner circle, like people that watch my second channel, people that are like really present in the Discord. To quote Squiscar from Metalocalypse, the audience M's a fickle mistress. So that's the biggest fear, is that like one day everyone's gonna wake up and forget about me. What am I gonna do now? I gotta start filling out job applications, you know what I mean? The more I see both groups grow, the more secure I feel, and I just love that my work is getting to more people, because I love what I do. As long as both groups are expanding instead of disbanding, then I'm in a good place. Hey Athena, have you ever thought about doing lore/essays on more modern things? I really like the nostalgia angle, so I kind of gravitate more towards completed projects. Also, can't really do anything until SAG-AFTRA and Writers Guild reach like a completed agreement, because I don't want to cross the picket line. And also, it's a little bit harder to do videos on modern things, because while new episodes are coming out, things constantly change, and then all of a sudden videos get dated very quickly. So I like to stick around with like the nostalgic stuff. I could do modern things. It would just have to be something I'm enthusiastic about. The one thing about my channel is that every video I put out is about something that I really care about and that I really wanted to make. Ooh, that's my tummy. Did you hear that? Wow. So maybe one day. What inspired you, or what made you start your main channel video? PS, love your videos. Thank you so much. Like I said, I've been making YouTube videos before YouTube was a thing. And then when I started watching Smosh, Ryan Higa, Jack's films, from the very start I knew this is what I wanted to do. And I feel like a lot of people on the internet that are online entertainers have so much shame in sharing what they do. This is almost like it's a career, it's a passion, it's a special interest. I'm a viewer. I am so, is the word enraptured by YouTube. And I feel like it's much cooler to look like you don't care. But I can't. I care so much. That's just who I am. How are you feeling, Miss Fiance? Good. Really good. We want wedding footage. The wedding will not be for a while because we gotta build up funds. And the other thing is, it's gonna be the one day where I'm not gonna film. I will hire somebody else to film. And, but I will share it. You know I'm gonna share it. I'm an open book. And I'm really excited. It's gonna be such a fucking good party. Oh my god. What would your power be in Word Girl? Evil or good? I would be good. I would be good, and my power would be, ooh, does it have to be, no, it doesn't have to be educationally themed. Am I crazy? Frickin' the butcher makes meat appear. I can't believe, he already took that power, so I can't do that. Oh, this is such a good question, because it needs to be like a little quirky and silly. Oh, okay. I have like elemental powers, and then like my hair changes. So my hair could be fire, my hair could be water, my hair could be dirt, my hair could be, you know what? Electricity. Imagine electric hair. And it would just, I honestly am more so saying it for the look. Like, how much of a sleigh would that be? How do you get ideas for your videos? They always seem so unique. Thank you so much. You guys are very nice. I'm a very nostalgic person, so I obviously incorporate that. They kind of just come to me at this point. The Frindle video came to me because me and my brother were like, oh my god, remember that book where he just renamed the pen? How did they make a whole chapter book about that? That's the only thing I remember. Like, what were the other chapters even about? So I'm like, oh, I'll just read it and I'll tell people about it. And then I thought about Flat Stanley. And then, you know, there's so much media that we passively consume that it'll pop up 10 years, 15 years, 20 years down the line, and you're like, and you just start to think, what was that? What was that about? So most people will just have that be a fleeting thought, maybe Google it, see the cover of the book and be like, oh wow, yeah, that does exist. And then they move on. But I go way too deep into it, and I think that that's where the appeal comes in, because people don't want to do that work. Is Calamity a good dog name? My friend says no, shaking my head. I like that name. But what breed of dog? It would be really funny. Is it like a really small dog?
Here comes Calamity!
And a little Yorkie runs in. That would be hilarious. It's a good name for a big dog or a medium dog or a small dog. I think it's the best for a small dog. You got one of those wedding Pinterest boards. It's funny, I did when I was a kid. And then like I re-looked at it recently and I was like, I have changed. That shit's corny. So I have to make a new one. I gotta take off the hair dye, and Pink Athena will be back, and I will match my beautiful doll that I unboxed the other day. Link above if you want to watch it. I'll be back with the finished results. Good news, she's back. And also, engagement. It's a little too tight. This one simply says, feet. Here's the thing. As much as I joke about a wiki feed, I actually don't have one. Kind of fucked up. Opinions on listening to Christmas music in October. Support it, endorse it, and the queen of doing so. I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday. I'm obnoxious about it. Like, I'm actually way too much about it. How did he propose? I have an amazing video about that. But the short version of the story is we were on a trip to Oregon and we were at this gorgeous gorge. And there was this beautiful bridge. After he proposed to me on the bridge, his family popped out and we had a delicious dinner. Oh, it was so wonderful. TT is random. Amazing artist, by the way. Got a lot of amazing art. Hi Athena, what's your process for a video like? The first thing that I do is make the schedules for the month, and that really helps me stay driven and stay motivated. I kind of treat this job as like more of like a traditional job where there's like traditional deadlines, because it really helps me stay motivated. Filming is one whole day, especially with the makeup. I don't want to take more than one day. There's like unconventional videos that take more than one day of filming. There's a really old video called I Need More Hobbies, and that took place over days. But usually it's one day. Like a traditional video, one day of filming, and then editing can take anywhere from 1 to 3 days, but I treat it like I will edit from like the beginning of the day to the end of the day. I really, once I'm in it, it's hard to get me off my hamster wheel. But that's basically what the process looks like. For a lore video and for ranking, I have more of like a script, whereas watching Blank Drunk is improvised. What's your favorite show you made a lore video about? I really liked Elena of Avalor. Like, I liked that show way more than I thought I would. I thought that the way they wrote the characters was brilliant. Like, when I like a show, I like it more for the characters than the plot. You talk about childhood shows a lot, and I want to ask what your favorite childhood show was. I think that SpongeBob shaped my sense of humor. And I know SpongeBob is a really mainstream answer, but I was a SpongeBob kid. Thank you so much for joining me for this Q&A and hair dyeing, and I'll see you next time. Bye!